Good Sunday evening, and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Sophia Urzoza. Two-way traffic is once again flowing on the Wando River Bridge, both lanes now on the eastbound side of I-526. This after the Department of Transportation issued an emergency closure of the westbound side on Monday after discovering a broken cable. News 2's Natalie Price joins us live from the crossover. Natalie?
Hey Sophia, so like you said, the crossover has officially been opened today. I'm actually standing right beside it. You can see cars starting to head west across the Wando Bridge. Cars still coming east the other way since they opened that eastbound side opened to 2 lanes. And right now I've got Rob Perry with me from the SC Department of Transportation. So Rob, just tell me what's been happening here today.
Well, it's been a busy day, obviously. As you can see, we've put in the crossover. We've got a lot of traffic control devices. We're bringing folks down to 1 lane in both directions, approaching these crossovers, and it's working well. We want folks to slow down to 45 miles per hour. That's what the signage says. Be safe and be careful, and everything's working fine. But tomorrow morning, we need folks still to choose wisely. Choose which route that works best for you. You need to know to drive slow and to be safe, and know that we've got plenty of law enforcement here to keep things in a safe and courteous manner. We've got towing in place, we've got our SHEP patrols, and we hope everybody finds the route that's best for them and remains safe and vigilant the whole time, and June 11th will be here before we know it.
Okay, so Governor McMaster came and took a look at the area, took a look at the bridge, and asked you all to come up with a plan to get two-way traffic on this bridge. So tell me about coming up with a plan, how this idea came about.
Well, we've had two-way traffic on bridges down in the low country in South Carolina and in a lot of places, so it wasn't anything that was earth-shattering to think about splitting the traffic. The biggest thing was, how do you do it in a safe manner? And so once we rode the detour routes on Wednesday, we said, let's sharpen our pencils and see how we can do this. And so at that point, that's when we started putting in the median crossovers, looking at how we needed to space the cones, the traffic control devices, and what speeds, and seeing how we can implement it. And really our biggest hope is that it'll help folks. It'll mitigate some of the congestion that we're seeing on the 2 other routes, the Ravenel and SC 41 and Clements Ferry Road.
Okay, well, Rob, thank you so much. Like you said, those other detours are still open. This is really just another option for drivers. I'm going to go ahead and send it back to you guys in the studio. Reporting live in Mount Pleasant, Natalie Price, Count on 2.
Natalie, thank you. The westbound lanes were closed after engineers found that ruptured cable during a weekly inspection of the bridge. The Department of Transportation plans on reopening the westbound side of the bridge on June 11th after they complete temporary repairs. Count on 2 investigator Libba Holland explains the details of what exactly happened and how they're planning to fix it.
This all started Monday when inspection crews found a broken cable inside the Wando Bridge. SCDOT officials still don't know what caused the cable to rupture, but what we do know is why this bridge is not functional at this moment. When inspectors found the broken cable Monday, transportation officials immediately closed the westbound lanes on the bridge, beginning a 2-day inspection.
Our experts flew in last night and this morning, and they entered the bridge structure at 10:30 this morning.
That includes national experts. So here's the explanation. The bridge is called a segmental box bridge. This is an example of one of the segments that create the bridge. Each segment is about 10 feet wide and has 4 cables on each side that run the center span. This is the broken cable. It's about 4.5 inches in diameter. And this is a photo of the broken cable inside the segmental box. You can see the 4 cables on each side with 1 hanging down. A photo from the other side, you can see the slack in the cables that all should have tension. So now crews are working to figure out how to fix this cable.
Engineers are continuing to work around the clock to come up with a repair plan.
The damaged segment is about a mile walk from the Daniel Island side of the bridge. National forensic experts are testing the cable, and officials say there's a lot of testing still to do. In the studio, Libba Holland, Count on 2.